Will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers wants to change the look. Now Rodgers, off play action.
There we go, across the side.
The release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their job.
I had somebody out there, D-Rock.
I
had somebody out there.
The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact
Goodness,
and short of the sticks.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that'll keep this a 1-1.
Nah, no way. You said you played
55
somebody
yards is
else.
anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
I heard you do that.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take
Hell yeah, nigga. I don't give a damn about no Sauce Gardner, nigga. I don't give a damn about no Sauce Gardner, dog.
Before the ball leaves your hands.
Sauce gonna have to show me something. You know what I'm saying?
Throwing on first down is Carr. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
93. You're Mike. 637.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
Playing pitch and catch out here, Daniel. He's just playing pitch and catch. That's how he's doing.
Offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because and if you do that throughout the game, after a while,
McGinnis, boy, this ain't no franchise game, McGinnis.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
That was from McGinnis. Nigga helping McGinnis helping him up.
Jets are going to take
That was
over
McGinnis.
their own 22-yard line.
Yeah,
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
and I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. But I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A run there with Cook.
Niggas can't run that ball on me consistently, bro.
Second down coming up. This defense
in the franchise or this regular shit.
Go side to side up the field, and there they get him for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
That was the one game.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Get that stupid shit. Not Tom.
Continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Tossing out of Bayou.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Straight passing it out here, D-Rock. Straight passing game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Tyson Hill. You playing a real nigga, man.
What now?
You might as well, hey, you need to go ahead and get your redemption, man. Hop back in that real nigga league, man.
There's a diving catch, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly.
I told you get on that training camp, man. You gotta go to no, it's not in. Yeah. You should see training camp like on the menu screen. Damn, nigga, you got me sitting here trying to help your ass. Yeah, on the menu screen. It should say training camp. Like it'll say franchise play now, and it'll say training camp.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Mm-hmm.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
What you do? I do classic. That's what I do.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, it's much more important trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, down the numbers. There he goes.
Swoop that nigga, Tyler.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's running.
Yeah, you scared to hop inside that real nigga league, man.
One of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before?
Man, you gotta say fuck that. You gotta, it is what it is.
We're in the right place, so there were no creases.
You let them niggas run you up out that league, dog. Goddamn.
Threw his headset down after that big run.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13.
Man, D-Rock up out of there, nigga. I said, damn.
They run it again.
No! Don't do it myself, D-Rock.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Yeah, some more do.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Yep.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, 27 yards. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. There comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
Take over 1st and 10 at the Saints 49-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
We right there for that pussy ass shit, man. That's some pussy. Oh my God. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, pussy ass penalty. That's a pussy ass penalty, dude. Pure fuck nigga shit.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Man, that's bullshit. That's a big fuck. That's a yes, I did. Yes, I did. Why y'all want to say this? I don't understand why y'all want to save him. I just don't understand.
Downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60%.
Get that shit out of here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On play action, now Rodgers. And the Saints
Go, boys, let's get it.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
It be like that sometimes, D-Rock. Just because it look good, I'm going to go ahead and kick the field goal, punt, whatever, and get the hell up out of here.
On fourth down.
Or I get mad.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, Dave, I'm not, boy, Dave, I've been passing all game, boy. I ain't running my regular
6 seconds on the clock, so
I'm
time
out here just trying to eat a little bit. Just trying to eat a little bit, D-Rock.
Before going out of bounds.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And going deep for Hill.
Man, that is this nigga Nigga go, you ain't going nowhere.
Final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Oh.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Carr now on first down.
Oh,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Down the left sideline. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down on
so it's like pick 6 that
be in a
motherfucker.
position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
Yeah.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun. All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Rodgers now to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down. They're going to go for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On play action, Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
26.
To throw is Rodgers on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
Rodgers will throw for it. Here's a diving catch right side. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where The coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 13 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will be taken down.